America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. Here we are together again on the radio. You know, we frequently just comb the Internet looking for material. We do. Just look around. The Internet is a big place. So many people have Internet access now, and that means that every creep, weirdo, nutcase, everybody can have a web page or belong to a news group or join a discussion board or whatever. We've seen it all. And I am looking here at a group. This is a chat group where they swear, and there's a photo to go along with it. This is a chat group talking about bruises. People whose sex play includes bruising and being bruised. And from what I can tell here, this goes beyond a little crack in the ass. This is serious stuff. The photograph that accompanies this group is of a woman. She looks like she's about 23, 24 years old, with a black eye. And she's photographed next to a boxing glove. That the implication of the photograph is that the boxing glove had been used to punch her in the face. And there is actually a group of people that is into this. Bruising and getting bruised. This is a fetish. Now, it's one thing to, spanking has pretty much entered American sexual mores. It's like when somebody spanks you, there's no shock in this country anymore. I remember one time I was with a chick from another country, and I was banging her, and I spanked her. This one was in her 30s, okay? I spanked her, and she had never had that done to her before. And she later told me how she banged another guy after me. And she told him that he didn't turn her on as much as I did because I spanked her. And although it had never happened before, she really, really liked it, but that the next guy didn't know about spanking, didn't do it, and so ultimately she came back to me for some more. She wanted to be spanked. But I'm not talking about spanking here. We've all accepted spanking, right? I mean, sure, there's a few people, mostly older, who go, "Oh, I don't know about that." But by and large, the American people have accepted spanking as part of sex. Spanking is part of sex. Spank lightly, spank hard, different styles of spanking, different positions to get spanked in, doing different things while you're getting spanked. I mean, we've all been there. Nothing strange about it anymore. One time it was strange to people. Now it's pretty much accepted. So you always wonder what the next fetish will be that will ultimately become a mainstream thing that people are into. I don't know if this ever will, but look at this. A whole discussion group on the Internet devoted to bruising people and getting bruised. Black eyes. Big fat shiners. Big contusions, black and blue marks, call them what you will. I was with a woman one time, I swear to you, this is true. I was with a woman one time who told me that she wanted me to slap her face And she didn't want just, a light slap or, something that was kind of just a symbol. She wanted to really be slapped hard. Now, I got to tell you something. As the multi-millionaire that I am, this makes me a little nervous. And the reason it makes me a little nervous is the following. I got a lot to lose. And when a chick says slap my face, who knows that she said slap my face except me and her? What happens if I don't call her back? What happens if she gets pissed at me? Now she's got a bruise and she can call the police. She can call an attorney. She can sue me. So call me wacky. I get very nervous when women ask me to do something beyond spanking. I do. It's not because I'm a prude. If this was somebody who I knew I could trust, who was really serious, and I knew they were not just trying to get money out of me or not trying to get me arrested, I guess I'd do whatever you ask me to do, even though, I don't know, pummeling you into submission doesn't do anything for me. A little spanky? Absolutely. But slapping or punching your face doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. And it's risky. Also, you tend to wonder sometimes if people have had too much to drink or too much to smoke or whatever. You tend to wonder sometimes if people might hit a little too hard. You ever think about that Robert Chambers story? You ever think about that rough sex defense, huh? You ever think to yourself, imagine yourself there on court TV in a jacket and tie explaining to the jury that she wanted you to beat the crap out of her, that she asked you to do that? You ever picture yourself in that position? Believe me. I saw that Robert Chambers trial on TV. I know. I've lived it. I have lived in my head what would happen if a woman asked me to do that. And then she was really enthusiastic about it, wanted it really hard, and I gave it exactly the way she had. Come on, I can take it. Hit me, and then you hit her, and then she's like unconscious, maybe dead. Okay? I thought about that. So I got to be honest with you. I'm no prude, but spanking is about as far as I go. There is no face slapping. There is no punching. There is no intentional bruising. I just think there's too many things that can go wrong. Okay, but that's just me. I know you sick bitches and bastards who listen to this program. I know that some of you are into stuff like this. I know it. I feel it in my bones. Some of you have felt it in your bones, like when they were breaking after somebody cracked you. So I'm going to hang up on everybody calling in right now, all of you. Okay. I've hung up on the whole switchboard. And now what I want you to do is, if you are into bruising people or being bruised, again, Dean, make sure. We're not talking about little light spanking here. We're talking about serious injury. If you're either into being seriously injured or seriously injuring other people, either upon request or not upon request, as part of sex, you are the person I'm looking to talk to.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You there?
No, I left the room.
You left the room. Hey, where are you?
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number, all right? There are actually people who go beyond spanking. You spankers, don't even bother calling in. We're not talking about spanking. We're talking about people who go beyond spanking. Punching, kicking, biting. Being punched, being kicked, being bitten, and more. All right, Patrick on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, Tom, how the hell are you?
I'm pretty good, Patrick.
Man, I got a funny one for you, man.
A funny one?
Yeah, man, one of my girls, she like it when I get in there from behind and punch her in the ribs and push real hard down on her back and just punch her in the ribs so hard that she almost herself.
She likes that.
She loves it.
Really? Now, were you surprised the first time she asked you to do that?
I think I did it on accident.
How did you do it by accident?
I just somehow just did it. Just hit her right in the side on the right side with my fist, and I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I just did it, and then she liked it, and now I just do it.
Look at you. Wow, that's weird.
Hey, Tom, you know what I'd like to hear from, though?
What's that,
I'd like you to have someone call in, one of those girls. It's got to be a girl, because you know there's crazy girls out there that actually like it when guys take a crap on them. I'd like
That's a whole other show, pal. It's a whole other show. The weirdest bunch of perverts out there. 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Valerie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
All right, Valerie.
Good. I like to be bitten.
Bitten?
I like to draw blood. I like to scratch. It makes me more aggro. It makes me get into it.
Now, what is it about it that makes you feel that way? Is it because you're, like, marking your territory or what?
No, just the feeling of it. It makes me want it more. It makes me want to do it harder.
It does. See, I suspect sometimes when women like to scratch men, I think it's because you want the other women who are doing that guy to see that he's doing you. No?
Not at all. I do it just because it gets me hornier. It gets me off more.
Now, how old were you when you figured this out?
Oh, probably maybe 19, 20.
You were 19 or 20. And was somebody doing this, like, against your will? Or you didn't think of that on your own, did you?
I guess it was a mutual consent. It started off with, me scratching his back and drawing the blood and biting here and there and the aggressive hair pulling. So
aggressive hair pulling. You're into that, too.
Oh, yeah.
I knew a chick who liked me to spank her ass and then pull on her long hair like I was pulling the reins on a horse.
Oh, yeah. That's the best.
You're into that, huh?
Oh, I love hair pulling.
You do?
I do.
Do you have long hair?
It's short now, but when I was 21, I had very long hair.
So you must be married now.
No, I'm not.
Why'd you cut your hair so short?
To try something new, but it's growing out again. So.
Guys hate that,
Actually, the guy I'm dating likes short hair. He likes medium length hair, so.
Really? It's unusual. All right. Hi, Valerie. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Paul on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Paul.
How's it going?
Pretty damn good.
Hey, man, I got a great story for you, and this is honestly the truth. I was with this girl, and every time right before she orgasmed, she wanted me to choke her. Like put her in a chokehold. And I was with her for about, like a month or so, and it started getting weird, just like how you say it, because, I make a pretty good, decent salary, and I was thinking she was going to pull one of those moves on me, so I dumped the bitch and moved on.
Oh, boy. And have you done that since to anybody?
Actually, no, I never thought about it.
Was it in any way a turn-on? I mean, I'd be worried about that.
Exactly, and after a while it started worrying me too, but let me tell you, the first few times I would laugh my ass off.
Really?
It was hilarious. Like, what kind of freak ass you to do that, But hey, it was fun. I was banging.
Was she having orgasms and stuff?
Big time. And I asked her about it too. She just said she likes it. I don't know where she came from, but it was fun for me while it lasted.
Wow. All right, Paul.
Right on, man. Hey, take me out with the bong rip.
Here it comes, Paul.
No cough.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're talking to people who like to get bruised or beaten, or they like to bruise or beat other people as part of sex. Not something I'm into, but hey, Tony, hello.
Hey, how's it going, John?
All right, Tony.
Hey, now, I like to beat a bitch ass.
You do?
Oh, hell yeah. And every bitch with no, they know I like it.
And do they like it?
Oh, yeah, they like it. That's why they keep coming to me.
So tell me exactly what you do.
Well, which time? I have used a gun before. I have used a knife.
What have you done with a gun in bed?
Well, I don't know. I guess this chick like hard steel. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So she wanted me to put the cold steel up against it. Then once I smacked upside her head once, because she know I'm into that type shit. Once I smacked upside her head, she acted like she liked it. Do some, whatever gets you off.
And you did whatever she asked.
Hey, I aim to please. You know what I mean, Tom?
I understand, Tom.
All I aim to please, you know. I'll choke you out, whatever you like. But they keep coming back.
Yeah, there's something sick about that.
It's something sick about it, Tom, but I aim to please. I'm a ladies' man, you know what I mean?
And how's that sex when you do that?
What's that?
How is the sex when you do that?
Oh, well, sex is great always, you know?
There's no bad sex.
Oh,
Sex for a guy is
no
like
bad
pizza.
sex.
There's no bad pizza. There's no bad sex.
You know it.
Uh-huh.
You know it, Tom.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Listen to you.
Let me see. You know, I had this one chick like the other day, right?
Yeah.
I had the one girl in the bed, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, she's into some old crazy stuff, so she's getting right?
Yeah.
So she used the teeth, but she likes that aggressive thing, so I push her away like, hey, don't touch, right?
Yeah.
So she does it again just to get my goat, right?
Yeah.
So after she did it again, I just slapped the bitch in the mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that really turned on, you know, because she started tasting the blood from her lips, so that
All right, we can't be using all that language on the radio. Again, I love it, but we can't. Oh, my God. You got all those? Wow. I wouldn't mind sitting down with Tony and hearing more about that. I just can't do it on the radio. I can't. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Lynette, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
I
Lynette.
really like this topic. It's so sexy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do tell.
I like to be choked, personally. I like it when I'm on top. The guy grabs my neck, chokes me hard. I also like it in the missionary position. If he's on top, just choke me. I also like to be slapped. Open hand right across the face. It gets the adrenaline pumping. It's really hot.
Aren't you ever worried some guy will, like, go too far and not know what you can handle and just push it?
No, because I think that'll just escalate things even more.
Do you get bruised through all this?
Yeah, I get a little sore, but I never, I don't bruise that easy.
Like when you go to the office the next day, you don't show signs?
No,
No?
I'm black and I've got dark skin, so.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Listen to you.
Yes.
So do you tell guys this is what I want, or do you just hope they know it instinctively?
Usually I tell them, if I'm on top, because I'm usually the kind of person who likes to be in control.
So what do you tell them? What do you say?
I say, hit me.
Hit me.
And first they're kind of shocked. What? Hit me, and then they get into it. Then I don't have to tell them anymore, and it's better when it's a surprise, because you don't see it coming.
Mm-hmm. Listen to you. What's the hardest you ever got hit?
Oh, I've been hit pretty hard enough to snap the head, and
were you injured? Were you? It's the best time ever. Were you injured?
No, I wasn't injured, but I was sore. I had a sore cheek.
Listen to you. You're out of control.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, well, if I'm ever in Talbot, I'll come over and beat the crap out of you.
I'll look forward to it. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Lynette. Appreciate the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. We're talking to people who like being bitten, choked, slapped, punched during sex.
The Tom Leykis Show.
1-800-TOM. Easy our telephone number. Devon, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Devon.
How's it going?
Pretty damn good.
That's good. There's nothing better than biting.
Biting?
I'm talking biting till there's teeth marks, bruises, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
So, how did you get into this?
I think it starts with, nibbling, and then you just kind of ask, bite a little harder, and then a little harder, and then, they get into it, you get into it. It's good.
Really?
Yeah. The girl gets on top, doing her thing on top of you, taking control, and then biting you on top of that. Really good.
Do they draw blood?
Never quite that far, but, pretty heavy bruising where it's obvious there's bite marks.
And this is better than just having sex?
It's better. It's good on top of it. Enhances the whole act.
Devon, hang on a second here. Shelley, what did you want to say here?
I'm just wondering how many of these people know how many people die each year of asphyxiation. If you have sex and you're having an orgasm and somebody chokes you, you can die. 1,000 people die of this every year because they just don't know that it happens. A little biting here and there, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. My fiancé and I do.
What about hair pulling?
What about hair pulling there, Shelley? Did we lose Shelley?
No, I'm still here.
All right, go ahead, Shelley. What about hair pulling?
Oh, that's fine. I think that's great.
Hair pulling is great.
Sure.
But no, what is it? No choking?
No choking.
Now, Michelle, what do you think about choking?
I think she's wrong. Like, I'm into, how could it kill you?
Because you lose air. You lose air to the rest of your body. You lose oxygen. And in that moment when you're having an orgasm, it shuts down your heart. Look it up on the internet. Ask a doctor. Ask your family doctor. They'll tell you the same thing. They don't have a reason to lie. Do what you want in bed, but you can die from it.
Okay, maybe the choking is fine, but maybe not right when you're having an orgasm.
Right, not when you're having an orgasm. Sure, choke any other time. Not during an orgasm.
Choke any other time, yeah.
Right, not during
before an orgasm, or maybe after.
Right.
But
it all just enhances the pleasure, the biting, the choking.
I totally agree.
Biting, choking, what else, Michelle? Give us the list.
Hair pulling, definitely. I've had the slap a couple of times. I mean, it all is just incredible. It's... I don't know what else to say. It's just like, you crave it. You're just sitting there and you're like, just when they start biting you, you don't want them to stop.
How did you figure out you were into this? You're 19 years old. You didn't know this growing up. How did you figure it out?
Well, I was introduced to porn, when I was younger, and I've been kind of a freak about sex ever since I started having sex. I've just known I've always had this freak side in me.
How old were you when you had sex for the first time?
I had sex for the first time when I was 17.
Oh, it's not even that long ago.
No, and it's just like, it's dying, it's like an alter ego that dies to get out, and once you have the opportunity to let it out, you can't control it.
Now, are you more into choking and slapping and biting the other person, or having them do it to you?
I would have them do it to me, and then, of course, I'd do it back. And then when you're done, you look in the mirror, and it looks like you just got beat up. But that's, underneath your clothes, you don't let that be seen by other people.
So do people actually think about where they're going to bite and choke you and where they're not?
No, sometimes they've actually bit my neck, and then people, like, either at work or something, they'd be like, "Oh, what the hell happened to you?" And you're like, I didn't get beat up. They're just having rough sex.
Oh, and you tell them that, too.
Yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
So people know you're a freak for rough sex. Now, when you see these stories about chicks who died having rough sex, or guys who killed, and then they go, well, we were having rough sex, does that ever worry you?
Actually, the first time I was choked while having sex, it scared me, sorry, my language. It scared me, and I was like, what did he just do? And then I got to notice that it was like, whoa, do it again. But I noticed that he wouldn't be completely, or he wanted to kill me or anything, but I don't know what to say about the people who actually die being choked.
Now, Michelle, are you into the bruises, too? Like the actual bruises that are left? Do you get turned on by being bruised? Or it's just the pain?
The pain, and then when you look in the mirror and you see a bruise on you, you're like, whoa, that's because somebody bit me. And then you're not into it when people are calling you trash behind your back because you have all these bruises and hickeys because of your rough, wild times, but it's just a sense of you're having the best pleasure of your life.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't like it,
so now
give it a try.
When you meet guys, do you say, hey, now if I go out with you, I want to be choked and bitten and slapped?
If I go out with guys and I don't see that they're already like the aggressive type, I won't really mention it. If they're
the type who would beat the crap out of you?
Because there's, you can find somebody who's not going to be as aggressive as you want them to be. But the last person I was with, I didn't even mention it. He didn't even ask. He just did it, and then.
Is it like having gaydar? He could tell you liked it.
What?
It was like having gaydar. He could tell by looking at you like being beaten up.
I guess I hinted at it while we went out a couple of times.
You hinted at it.
Like the way you kiss. If you're like mad, what do you
bite the tip of his tongue off or something? What?
Yeah, and like you bite the lips or something, and then he's like, "Well, she's into biting,"
I see. So it's kind of like a little signal of what's to come.
Yeah, you can just test people out. I always can figure somebody out if they're going to be in bed by if you're going to kiss, how they kiss.
How many bruises do you have on you right now, Michelle?
I was just involved in a very cool scenario over the weekend. I have like one,
One, where is it?
It's on my stomach.
On your stomach.
Yeah.
Is it a bite mark or a punch or what?
It's a bite mark.
Bite mark. Shelley, what do you think of all that?
That's fine for her.
What about you? Would you get into that?
Hell no.
No?
No way.
Oh, Shell's all over.
You know, pleasure for me is winning the lottery.
Yeah, but
I'd be a lot happier.
It'd be a lot easier to get.
It'd be
a lot easier to get bitten tonight, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, forget that. I don't really think my fiance wants to taste my blood.
Maybe just take a couple of clothespins and apply them to your nipples or something?
That's quite all right.
No?
No, I do just fine with, the normal on my back. I'm okay with that.
You're into the missionary position?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh, boy. Michelle, you passed that a long time ago, right?
What?
The missionary position? You were never into that, right?
No, well, yeah, everything, I guess.
Well, you're into it as long as you're being slapped, beaten, bitten.
As long as it's rough and I'm having an orgasm from it, then, you know.
Now, does your mom know that this is what you're into?
I have a feeling she knows because she knows a lot of stuff that I've done. I mean, as long as videos and piercings and stuff like that.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess that she would sense it coming from me.
How old is your mom?
My mom's 44.
44.
Yeah.
Do you think she might be into this?
I know my mom is into, porn. Because I'm into it. I guess I got it from my mom, so.
Oh, I see. You mean you were crawling through her collection or something?
I have. When I was young, I came across some stuff. I was like, whoa, what's this?
And what kind of porn is your mom into?
Oh, I don't know. Or back then, I guess, threesomes, lesbian. I mean, I'm into that now. I mean, like I said, this weekend I had my first threesome experience.
You did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How was it?
Yeah. We're actually doing it again Friday and Saturday, and we're taping it.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Will you send us a copy of that tape?
If you would like.
Oh, yeah. Dean will handle that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Me and my girlfriend are totally into it now. We're just we're like, hey, let's get in the industry.
Oh, we'd like to get a look at that, absolutely. Shelley, how do you feel about that? You want to get a copy of that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh,
sure, I don't mind looking at that.
Really? You wouldn't mind seeing that, huh?
Yeah. I don't want to be a part of it, but yeah, I'll take a picture.
You wouldn't mind seeing Michelle getting beaten up by somebody else?
It's something to laugh at.
Really?
If she wants to waste her time that way, that's fine. I'm not interested in hurting when I come out of having sex.
How about hurting someone else?
No.
No?
She doesn't do anything for me.
Michelle, you also like hurting other people, right?
Yeah. Well, not really as much as, you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I don't really, just biting them and, spanking them and the occasional, slap or something back to them, but nothing really more than that. Like, I wouldn't choke a guy or anything.
Now, Michelle, are there rules for this? I mean, do you ever use tools, or is it only bare hands here?
I've used, as far as beating them with tools?
Yeah, have you ever, spanked a guy with a spatula, for example, or something like that?
No, it hasn't. I haven't done that yet, no.
It really hurts. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Not one of those Teflon spatulas. You know what I'm talking about? One of those old school metal spatulas. And it leaves kind of a design on your ass after you've gotten spanked with it. You know the kind I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hair brushes. You ever use other stuff like that?
No.
No? She's thinking about it right now. Yeah, that's... Well, you haven't even been as creative as you could be there, Michelle.
Well, I've been, had things, I'm not going to, get into that part, but I've never been beaten.
You've had things shoved into orifices. I know what you were going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of things did you have shoved in? What was it?
Well, the thing I didn't know I was getting shoved in me, while he was slapping me and stuff, was not a large one, but a medium mag light.
A mag light? Really?
Yeah, so my nickname's Flashlight.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Carrie, did you hear that about Michelle?
I did.
What do you think about that?
Well, here's what I'm confused about, Tom, and I'm surprised you haven't brought this up. What would ever stop this young girl from getting mad at some guy and accusing this guy of rape? Because all of the telltale signs would be there.
Because I'm not that type of person.
But you say
I'm into it for pleasure. No, I'm not like a gold digger or anything weird or psycho about.
But all I'm saying is that All it takes is for you to say because some guy made you mad, you might really like this guy, and you have sex with him, he beats you up, you get all these bruises, he shoves the flash, and now all of a sudden he's not giving you attention, and you turn around and accuse him of rape. And guess what? This guy goes to jail for a long time. Do you understand that there's a possibility there of that?
Maybe for another woman, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not that type of girl who would do that to a guy.
You are 19 years old.
I think the person you have to worry about is the man who would participate, because he's the one who's going to prison.
That's what I'm saying.
If the woman decides to flip over and change her mind.
Right.
I mean, look at that rape case we heard about in the news a couple of weeks ago. These two were effing. I mean, they were into it. They were effing. And then in the middle, the chick says, I think I want to go home now. And the guy finished off, and then the guy is convicted of rape.
Right.
So, I mean, if that's happening, imagine what happens if you've applied a spatula to someone's ass.
No kidding. And all of a sudden you have a black eye and you have chokehold. And when you choke somebody, it leaves fingerprints on their neck. It's not just like a really light, red.
Do you do a lot of that, Carrie? How do you know so much about it?
That's not my gig, honey. That's not my thing.
I had to ask.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Natasha, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Natasha.
How are you?
Do you care?
Well, I just would like to share with you my experience.
Yes.
I just started having rough sex 2 years ago, the first time when I met my boyfriend, and I totally enjoyed. You have no idea how much enjoyed I have.
Really?
Yes.
So what does he do to you?
Basically, we do have a sex, and the first time when I figured out, he's starting, grab my butt really hard, and I was almost bleeding there. And then he started choking me. And I really enjoyed that. The more he choked me, the more I started having, really unbelievable orgasm. So, which is really, really good.
Really? So, then you went on from there. What else does he do to you?
What else? He bite my nipples, he pull my hair, he grabbed me really hard, and he's sometimes he hit me against the wall, and it's I can't describe it because you have to feel that. You have to have feelings for rough sex. If people don't know what to do and how they work, they probably will never feel that way. The first time when you try, if you enjoy it, I didn't enjoy it the first time. I totally enjoyed it. And then sometimes I ask him to do this and that to me. I have a lot of bruises on my legs, and one time he almost bite off my nipple. I was bleeding for 2 days. My nipple was bleeding.
And that must have been really good, huh?
It's really good.
Listen to you.
The more he's hurting me, the more I have unbelievable orgasm.
Really?
Yes.
Well, now, let me ask you a question. After you're doing this for a while, doesn't it you need more and more? You need more pain and more pain and more stuff being done to you?
Actually, that's true, yes. Even we're not having sex, we just go to the bar, we're hanging out and stuff like that. I ask him to grab my ass really hard. I ask him to grab my ass really hard, I just want to feel that feeling.
Really?
Yes.
And do you hurt him as well?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Sometimes I bite your lip, and he's I can't control myself. When I have orgasm, I can't control my feelings and nothing. I'm out of control. I just bite into your lip, and I just sometimes grab his ass also really hard.
Really?
So, and I bite in myself, my arm, when you can reach your muscle, your arm. I bite it so many times really hard, and I have a lot of bruises. A lot of people ask me, what did you do? You get beat up by somebody? I was no, I just can't handle it. It's sex really good when somebody hurting you,
Unbelievable.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I met this girl the other night, and she's really hot, but she comes up to me at the bar, and she goes, I want to be friends first.
You got friends, right? Did you ever think of placing a classified ad saying, you know what I need? Some more pals.
I wanted to be friends with my penis.
The Tom Leykis Show.
my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. You got that? Tom at blowmeuptom.com. If you have comments about our show, you can call our comment line. The number is area code 310-842-9592.
The Tom Leykis Show.
This is your